Hey, I'm your man, Dennis Pittsenbarger. We're here, performance racing industry, and I'm having a good time talking to all the great companies, including Canton Racing Products with Mike Zeranski. Now, you guys, I want to start off with everyone's kind of go-to thing with what you build is oil pans, but you have a full gamut of products that you're doing out at the shop. Talk about those first.
Absolutely. We're complete oil control solutions and cooling solutions. So that means oil filtration, oil cooling, all the adapters to make that work. Obviously the oil pans and some of the accessories, the windage trays and so forth to get the power out of it. On the cooling side, we make the tanks that are necessary, water necks, and everything to put that together as well. So we're pretty much all the oil control and all the oil cooling components.
Well, let's talk about that go-to product, the oil pans. You know, I don't think a lot of people realize that there's a lot of R&D that goes into these pans, whether it's application, whether it's road racing, drag racing. You're looking at always making sure that you're not having a starvation problem with oil. Talk about what goes into your guys' product.
Yeah, the oil pans are really the meat and potatoes of an oil control solution. So with oil pans, there is a lot to them. So the first thing we do is we try to get the maximum amount of capacity we can. And we do have to work within the constraints of the application. So if it's a vehicle, we have to look at where the cross member is, where the headers are, how deep we can go. So we take all that into consideration, and we design something that allows for the largest capacity that's possible. Now that extra capacity, what it enables you to do is not only do you have more oil that's just to supply the oil pump, but the greater amount of oil helps with heat dissipation, all right? And also the greater amount of oil actually helps with longevity, all right? So you just have, it breaks down a little bit slower. All the additives and so forth are around for longer because you have more oil to start with. The next thing we try to do is work on baffling. So to try to keep the oil around the pickup. So what we do is, depending on the application, again, if it's a road race application, that's going to have a lot of, braking and turning and a lot of different, so we have a baffling assembly that we use for that. Drag race would have a different sort of combination. But the idea is to keep that oil that's draining back from the engine, get it back to the oil pump as quickly as possible. And that's going to basically try to eliminate oil starvation is what you're doing there.
Let's talk about also that custom application, because I know that behind us you have a lot of what you would call your traditional oil pans as far as, small block Chevy, big block Chevy, or Ford or Dodge or anything that's out there. A lot of it also can be your guys' ability to create something custom for a racing application or even a custom build.
Absolutely. We started as a custom oil pan company, and that's still ingrained in us. So we have a department that handles that, and it's a big part of what we are. So we do take what the customer's requirements are, what that application is, if it's unique or common, and what the engine is, and we have to work with it. We know the best practices that have worked in many other applications, so we're able to create a design, and then of course we're a full manufacturer, so we can be able to manufacture it, and have a great product for them.
Okay, I got to ask you this: what's the craziest combination you built an oil pan for?
Oh gosh, we do a lot of stuff. It's not too crazy, but it's a little crazy. It's kind of common. There's a lot of Chevys and BMWs, and people like to put the big engines in the little cars too. So it's fun to get involved with that type of stuff.
What's next on the horizon for Canton? Is there another product on the horizon we're going to see in the next couple of years?
Yeah, we're keep pushing the oil control, and we're doing some more. Heat exchangers and some things like that to help the other side of the oil system, not only what's happening in the pan.
All right, well, if people want the solution for their oil control, where do they go? What's the website we go to?
Yeah, go to CantonRacingProducts.com or just give us a call, and we'll be able to help you out.
You heard him, CantonRacingProducts.com, live right here with Mike and myself, Dennis, PRI.